Hey guys, it's me. Sorry this is going up so late. I'm pretty sure that you were starting to think that there wasn't going to be a video today. And there wasn't one on Sunday. I don't know what happened to Alexis. Alexis, I hope you're okay. I haven't heard from you. We don't know what's going on. And then Naomi doesn't have internet, so she didn't make one yesterday. You're probably not going to have one tomorrow, so it looks like you're down to 4 videos this week. So, anyways, I apologize for the creepy lurker look on my video, but that's why. Because if I don't take the color out of it, I'll show you. It makes me blue. That I'm blue. Oh, I guess it's not that blue at all. It was blue earlier. Whatever. Black and white. So, this week we are talking about BBW relationships, and that's really the only kind of relationship that I know how to have, seeing as I'm fat. But I think that it takes a certain kind of guy to be able to be in a relationship with someone. To be in a relationship with someone who's bigger, simply because, it won't work if they're so concerned about the vanity of it all, because really that's part of the reason why fat girls, if they do have a hard time finding dates, that's why, is because people just aren't up for the challenge. I've never really had issues finding, being in a relationship. I've never had anyone who really wasn't confident in the relationships with me. I mean, as far as I'm aware, but that's beside the point. But I just think it's funny that, people base whether or not they want to be in a relationship with you strictly off of appearances, and doesn't matter if you have the most gorgeous face in the world. If you weigh 500 pounds, and some people are going to write you off automatically. And I've been reading a lot of personal ads to try and get some background information on this, and it's just funny because people go, BBWs, I love you, but not for me. Well then, you're writing off a whole list of people who, you don't even know. And I think that's part of a relationship, is trying to get to know somebody and not just, oh, you're hot, whatever, unless it's strictly for physical purposes. But, yeah, so there's that. And I actually got someone, I don't get offended easily, and so when I do, it's kind of a big deal. And there was one guy who was like, oh, I only date bigger girls. He's like, that's all I'm attracted to. And I was like, okay, well, there are some guys that are like that. I've dated some of them, and it's completely fine. Good for you. Thanks for loving the fat girls. But his reasoning behind it, he's like, yeah, they're just a lot less work than skinny girls. Well, why is that? He's like, oh, they're just easier. All fat girls are easy. So I got him fired because he worked with me. And I don't think that's necessarily true. I'm not... Just because you're fat, it doesn't mean that you're desperate. Granted, there are some fat, desperate girls out there. There are some skinny, desperate girls out there. But being fat does not automatically mean that you're desperate. And this guy was like a troll to begin with. So I wouldn't even have dated him, even if I would have been desperate. His personality was about as ugly as his face. So no thanks. So there's that. And there are... I think everyone deserves to be loved, and your size shouldn't really have anything to do with that. But a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but I've known people whose, parents didn't want them to date someone who's bigger. There are a lot of reasons why you wouldn't. But, unless you know where to look, it could potentially be really hard to find someone to date. I haven't had that issue, luckily, so there's that. But, yes. Yes.